Feeding Betsy. Betsy started talking to me a few months ago. At first, I thought I was hearing things. Then I thought I'd lost my mind. But Betsy, she knew things. And she proved it. My daddy wasn't a worldly man. Didn't need much, and what he didn't spend, he saved. Told me and Ma it'd be there should we need it. Well, years of hard living took my daddy from us early. His brother was the executor, and when Ma and I asked about the savings, he said there wasn't any. That my father had drank it away. I didn't believe it. But what could I do? Uncle had gone to law school. Even if we objected, he'd get the court on his side. That year, Ma got sick. I tended the farm by myself now, and I didn't have a penny to spare. I begged Uncle for money, said I'd pay him back if it was the last thing I did. Miserable bastard said no, and Ma died that winter. That's when Betsy started talking to me. She told me that Uncle had taken my daddy's money for himself. She described in detail where he hid it. "You go find it," she said, "and see I'm telling the truth." So, I did. I brought a crowbar to pry up Uncle's floorboards. And there it was, a lockbox big enough to hold a body. Didn't take much to bash the thing open. I don't think I've ever been as angry as I was right then. When the lock gave, I wrenched the lid open. Piles and piles and piles of money, enough to pay for Ma's medicine and let her retire. Besides, my blood boiled in my veins, and my jaw cracked from gritting my teeth so hard. "Levi, what are you doing here?" That's what Uncle said when he came home and found me standing there. They were the last words he ever said. Didn't know what to do with the body. With his face all smashed in, no one would buy a natural death. So, I took him to Betsy. His bones crunched as she fed, blood dribbling down her snout. Her beady eyes blazed. "There are more," she rasped. "Liars and cheaters, traitors and murderers. Bring them to me, and you shall be rewarded." And I did. With every feeding, Betsy grew larger. Her flesh swelled until it pressed tight against the barn walls. Now, only her head is visible. Bits of viscera caught on her broken teeth. Her hooves caked with rotting blood. Still, I bring them to her. It's what I'm meant for, I realized. Tracking down the sinful. The corpses are heavy, but I'm stronger now. I don't even need to chop them up anymore. Doesn't really matter. They all end up the same, anyway.